Senator Andrew Bragg, you have said that Australia could become a crypto hub. Can you outline how and why you believe this will be good for Australia?
The Senate inquiry has put out an agenda for Australian leadership in cryptocurrency, and that's because there is great utility in cryptocurrency, cryptography, blockchain, and the utility is that it can improve the operation of the economy, it can create jobs, it can bolster investment. And so those are all laudable aims. And we try to look at the issues here through the lens of the utility to the economy, not through a personal investment lens. And so the point of being a crypto hub is that you'd have more jobs. So that's what we've tried to focus on in the Senate report.
One of the key recommendations in your recent report is to regulate crypto assets. How will this work?
Despite 1 in 5 Australians having cryptocurrency, it is unregulated largely. And I think we want to ensure that people are protected, but we also want to drive investment into Australia. So those are the two key design principles. It would be ridiculous if the crypto industry was to continue growing in an unregulated space. And although people may be wary of regulation, and I understand that bringing Canberra into your house is not exactly an appetizing thought, in this instance, regulation will actually drive investment. There is no question that the nations that have moved quickly on cryptocurrency regulation, like Singapore and the United Kingdom, are driving investment and jobs into those jurisdictions.
Brilliant. So, how long would it take to implement the recommendations in your report, and what will happen if they are not implemented?
Well, Canberra doesn't move as fast as the market, and partly that is because the market is a long way from Canberra. But my hope is that we can deliver the key recommendations of the report by the end of next year. We have to have an election in between, and if we are given the trust and support of the Australian people to govern Australia for another 3 years, I believe we can put these laws in place quite quickly. Part of that will involve us commencing consultation through the Treasury Department on the recommendations. So, for example, I would expect that we would need to see consultation papers released on how a crypto market licensing regime would work, how a decentralized autonomous organization company structure could be established, so on and so forth. So our target is 12 months from now. A lot of work needs to occur, and we need to also win the election.
And finally, a question that's being asked to all, but I'm interested in your very own take. Do you believe regulating social media and digital platforms is the responsibility of governments, technology companies, or the users?
It's a very good question, and the answer is the social media giants should do it themselves, but they have failed manifestly to protect people, and therefore government has a duty to come in and regulate. My personal view is, as a member of the government, is that we can do a lot more in terms of bringing the social media giants to heel, because it is ridiculous that we regulate conduct like hate speech and defamation in the real world, but in the online world, that is permissible. I don't think so. So what happens online needs to mirror what happens in the real world, in law and in practice, and that is where we're going. So the trend in this space in terms of social media regulation is only upward.